Welcome to Review Time. I'm your host, Islip, and today I'm going to be doing a review of Combiner Wars. Dang, ran out of space on the table. Optimus Prime, sorry for the glare. Optimus Prime. Now, I got this guy. Actually, wasn't really expecting to get this guy just yet. I was going to get him after I got Silverbolt, but around here, Silverbolt is just not available. So, and he showed up. And hey, you can see my head. Hi! So there he is. There's his box. It's pretty nice. Thankfully, he's got almost a paragraph for a bio, whereas everybody else just has one sentence. It says, the Autobot Commander has been upgraded with the power of the Combiners, giving him the ability to link with any bot to form Ultra Prime. Ultra Prime. Whatever. It should have been Omega Prime. Because, Anyway, so he forms the body, and then you can use any of the other Combiner bots. I still don't understand why they decided, okay, we're going to break up the waves, and then we're going to give you most of the bots you need to form the one, and then we're going to throw in a bot from the future one and switch them out with one that you need. So you can't really form the full bot. Not the way it's supposed to be. That bothers me. But hopefully, well, they're already selling Wave 2 in various places, or they're about to. Toys R Us, of course, will have it for about 2 months out here, so I will have to order from ToysRUs.com, otherwise I will never get any of the freaking figures. Or, whatever. Instructions, box, you get a card, and, I'm going to keep the instructions where I can grab them just for the combined mode. Like, I put them in combined mode, but, of course, it's probably not the official combined mode. You got your Prime, you got your giant weapon that splits into two. And you've got your little card. I was going to say greeting card. You got your little card, which will stay in the box for now because I have no use for it. I'm not going to take it out. I'm sitting out in the backyard. The wind will blow it away. It's a little piece of cardboard. Little piece of cardboard, I tell you. Little piece. Little piece. So hopefully the wind is not blowing too hard. It doesn't feel like it. So here we have, and now that I've said that, I feel the wind is starting to blow just a little bit. We have Combiner Wars Optimus, and he's need to be backed up a little bit because he's just a wee bit bigger than that. Oops, sorry about that. And he's okay. His dimensions just kind of remind me a little bit of Beast Wars Optimus Primal. Like I see kind of a gorilla. Kind of gorilla dimensions going on. Honestly, to be honest with you, every time that you play the games for like all the Transformer games that have come out in the last 5 years or so, have had, whenever they have a G1 Optimus Prime, he's always got a big boxy everything. When I say big boxy, I mean overly big and boxy everything. And it always ends up looking sort of like this, except that he's really flat. Like his boobs don't come out like they're supposed to. And that's for the combiner gimmick. I guess if you wanted to, you could just turn everything around and just have everything facing the opposite way and turn his head around, and then he'll have these giant boobies. Giant boobs. Now he really looks like Optimus Primal. Turn it back, and as you can see, his head is on it's on a ball joint, so there's a little wiggle. Rotates 360, although it got really tight there. His arms have ratchets and go up and down. Rotate here. They have a bend there, a backwards bend at the upper elbow, and then the proper bend at the lower elbow, and then the hands really don't rotate. So that's all that you get for that, which is fine. If you move this butt flap thing around, you have a waist, as you can see. It's due to transformation. He has this other joint here. This is for transformation, so you can make him sort of like flying up. But that's due to transformation. And I guess you could use it as an ab crunch for combiner mode. Ratchety legs that do a split pretty decent split, honestly. It's really tight though. Rotates at the somewhere in the lower thigh, bends at the knee, and the feet kind of do this. And they're carved so that he's supposed to always be at an A stance. I don't really care for that. I'll just keep him at a regular stance, and then he can just be like all wibbly wobbly. So, if you do not like his little head here, you can just flip it around. Flip it around. He's got an Autobot symbol, and bring up the combiner head, which kind of reminds me of, again, of Optimus Primal, and never mind the kids in the background. Optimus Primal-ish, especially with the way these things swoop. Sorry, hard to think. The Optimus Primal with the first Beast Wars Monkey Optimus Primal. He had a faceplate. So then you've got that. His head, it's a little big-ish, but actually it's kind of in keeping with, like, actually that's actually in better scale. I think. I'm just not really fond of these swooshies here. And why did they leave them silver instead of coloring them blue like the rest of the head? Or silver, because there's silver paint right there and right there. So, but I shouldn't complain too much because there's a lot of paint on this guy. A lot. It's not 100% perfect. I'm going to have to paint down here myself. And paint the feet silver. But for the most part, he is done pretty darn good. So we're going to go ahead and transform him into his truck mode. So you're going to put you're either going to, depending on which head you're using, you're either going to put this head back down and just close this bit up here. Close it up. Come on, close up. Or you're going to flip this head around so it's in like so. You're going to take this and we're just going to fold it up against the back for now, like so. Let's see. We are going to peg the legs together and flip the feet up like so. Then we're going to push this piece back right here, as far back as it'll go, so that we can get the legs where they need to. Well, we're just going to get the legs out of the way for now. Unpeg the shoulders from the body, and you're going to rotate this around like so, so that this part is in the front. You're going to take the arms and you're going to bend them backwards, and that's why they have the funny bend, to bend them backwards so you can get the front of the truck cab. And something's wrong. Am I supposed to flip you down? No, if I flip you down, you won't be able to drive. Okay, so hold on. There we go. So we got that. You know what? Actually, let's see. How far back does it go? Okay, that goes all the way back. Oh, okay. There we go. Got it. You're gonna push the legs so that the thighs are going straight up, and then you can fold that back, and that'll collapse everything out of the way like it's supposed to be. And you can leave that down if you want to, but if you're going to use the weapons, you're going to want to flip that up. We're going to flip that up for now. Okay, now back onto this part. We've got the cab like this. You're going to flip this up and over, and this piece here will peg in right there, and that will keep that piece solid and cohesive. There is a little nub here that's going to plug into the back of this piece right here, but we'll wait until after we get the other arm into its proper spot. So, okay, and then flip that up so it locks that in place, and then get those into their spots. And there you have truck mode. Now, for some reason, I don't know if anybody else notices this, but for some reason, the the left smokestack bends forward more than the right smokestack does. If you look, that one's straight up and down. That one's crooked. That bothers me a bit. I don't know how to fix that. It bothers me just a little bit. It's not too bad. But for the most part, I like the truck mode. I do like the truck mode. Let's block out some of the sun just a wee bit. It does suffer from lack of paint here and here, but not too much. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. But that's something I can fix when I get a little bit of sloppy paint. There's a little silver paint right there. But it's not, this will be something I can fix. The weather is getting warmer, so I should be able to fix that myself. I see some flash in there too. What the? Well, still, this is a much improved toy over what we normally been getting. I mean, it's not super, what is the word I'm looking for? It's not super tough to transform. The transformations is fairly simple, but it's satisfying. It is. And it makes for a decent robot in a good truck mode. Now you can take the weapons that came, and I could have plugged them into the Optimus Prime, and I forgot to do it, but trust me, they fit in his hands. See, right down there. You can take them, you can split them apart, and put them in like so. So it has almost like a sort of motor kind of thing. I kind of feel like maybe they were supposed to release a third piece that slotted in here and filled this out, because that's what it looks. It looks like there should be another piece right here. So I'll have to keep my eye out for any future releases. Of course, you can take the pegs. The pegs don't slide. They're sort of, I don't know if you can see that, but there is like a groove on each side, and it just slots in. Come on, slots in there. There's two prongs sticking out, so you can't turn it. It doesn't turn. You can plug one on top of the other if you want to, or like this, whatever. You can do that. So you can plug one in the back here if the things stay together. Maybe that's why they didn't add a third piece, because it doesn't particularly stay together very well if you put something in there. But yeah, so now on to combined mode. We're gonna go ahead and transform him back into robot mode, because that actually works out the best. If I can remember how to do it. There we go. So like I said, transformation is not very hard to do. Now he's gonna get tall. He's gonna get tall. Plug those back in there. Open this up. Rotate this around for now. We're gonna get him back into robot mode so I can show you how to transform him like you haven't seen MGO or PRs or Bolt Matrix or anybody else's video showing you how to do this. But you got your robot mode. What you're going to... Oh, and while I'm in robot mode, here we go. Ion Blaster right in his hand. So you've got your iconic Optimus Prime weapon. And there is a lot of posability. I mean, it's a little weird because his feet are cut in an A stance. But you can get different poses if you're patient enough to. And good with balance. So anyway... Take that off to the combined mode. So what we're going to do is rotate his legs around so that they're facing backwards. Turn them so that they're facing out. Crack, 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 crack. And then bring this like so. These get flipped up, and you'll see there are notches that stick out and go into these little grooves. So you're going to put them in their little grooves. Oh, this was made in Vietnam. That's weird. Because I think usually they're made in China, but okay. So, there we go. Got the legs. Okay. Flip this down. Flip this down like so. That forms his crotch piece. We're going to take his robot head, flip it around because we don't need it out. That stays like that. And we're going to turn these around, flip these around like so, and there is a groove here that will go around this piece here, and then a little slot that will, or peg or whatever, that'll slot in right there. You're gonna bring that up, work it in there, close it up. Did it close up? Yes, it closed up. And flip the hand out like so. And then if you want to, you can open this up so that it gives it a little more to fill in the back. That's up to you. And we will rotate this around. I'll clack you in. Bring you up. Ouch. Get in there. And then you are supposed to go in there. Flip this down. Open this up. Slide this whole section up like so to reveal sort of the matrix. And you're supposed to leave it open so you can put other stuff in there. Or you could just close it depending on your preference. And then you can just start adding other bots to it. Now I have all the other bots in their limos, and I'm wearing a jacket, a coat, because it's about 50 degrees, so it's not too bad. 50 degrees Fahrenheit for those of you who are in places that uses Celsius. So we've got all our bots in whatever modes I decided they were going to be in before I got here. And so we're going to take drag strip, and he's going to be a leg. And just because I like to have weapon storage, we're going to have him as this side's leg. That slides in there. And they all, like you can see, maybe you can see, they're sort of like little lips that stick out. Lips, maybe, I don't know. Little whatever's that stick out, and you just slide them into these grooves here, and just slide them back, and they will go in, and you know, they'll stay. I mean, you can pull them back out again, but it's not like they're gonna fall out. See, they don't fall out. So there are the legs done. And he's gotten really big. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. So let's see if my tripod will learn new tricks. Let's see. Alrighty, there we go. And then we will take Skydive and slot him in over here, and he'll be an arm. And at the moment I don't have any of the other limb bots. I have them, they're coming, but right now this is about as far as I can get. So what I like to do is unplug his other arm and transform it into his regular robot arm, which looks a little out of place, just a wee bit, and then I will stick like Power Dive in there. And because of the reds, they're not quite the same reds, but they tend to it'll elongate it just enough so that it doesn't look too out of place. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's still better than nothing. And or you can take the weapons, combine them together, and we're gonna stick those over in Skydive's hand. And there be your Combiner Wars Optimus Prime. Now, even with his extra limb over here, he's gonna look a little weird because his hips are just way too far out. What you can do is unpeg the pieces here, bring them in about a notch, and about a notch should do it, right? About a notch. Close that up. See about getting him. Stupid ratchets. There we go. Alrighty. And then that looks a little bit better. A little bit better. I think the problem really is that this piece here maybe should be blue, or maybe this area here should be silver to match that. Oops, to match that. But so now we have Combiner Wars Ultra Prime. Whatever. I don't like that. Hold on a second. There. Honestly, I like Omega Prime better. And at this point, you can do whatever you want. You can have the chest open, which it hides the fact that that arm doesn't fit as well a little bit. And then what you can do is take, whatever of the latest Legends class figures, and I have a Bumblebee. I should try sticking him on there. But I took a Bombshell here. I know he's a Decepticon, but so is Dragstrip. And I had him on there, and I had these filling out like so. So he didn't look. It filled him out a little bit better. Now, originally, I had the proboscis, whatever, facing out, but I thought that might have, whoops, stay up. You were just fine a minute ago. Why are you coming down now? Oh, because you're not pegged in all the way. Yeah, unfortunately, his hands don't peg in as well as I would, like, and now everything's falling apart. Oh my God! Okay, come here. Okay, you're in there, and you're in there, and then we'll get all of this situated. Sorry about this, guys. I'm trying to do this. I don't want my video to be super duper long, but okay, whatever. But you get the idea. So you can do that. So, yeah. Now we're going to, Anyway, so my thoughts on this are, I like the idea. The execution wasn't quite as well as I think it should have been, but hey, it's a combining Optimus Prime and retarded people over there. But yeah, so Combiners Wars, Optimus Prime, it's decent. It's decent. I like it, but I don't love it. I thought I was gonna love it, but it could have been a lot worse. I can't wait to get the Motor Master and Superion and all the other ones, and yeah, that ought to be interesting. But I like it. I think it was worth the money I got it for, especially considering a lot of the other crap I bought and I thought was, this is, in my opinion, this is a step up. Thank you, Hasbro. I might slip and there's a plane going over my head.